Hi, and welcome to Prepared Trading. Today we'll be looking at how to set up moving averages on thinkorswim. So at this point, you probably have your thinkorswim downloaded onto your computer and you're ready to start trading. You just need to add some moving averages. I like to use simple moving averages, and I use a few different kinds. So I use the 8, a 20, a 200, and I also use Bollinger Bands. The 200 I use for support and resistance to let me know when the market is coming to key areas that might turn to, go all the way up and become a new uptrend or start to break down and become a downtrend. Very important. The 8 and the 20 I use to tell how strong my trends are up or down, and the Bollinger Bands are just Bollinger Bands. They let me know when the market's trading at an extreme up or down. So without further ado, now that I've explained them a little bit, we'll kind of dive into them, put them on, and as I put them on, I'll explain what they are again. So you right click onto your chart, you go down to studies, add study, and moving averages. And if you come all the way down to the bottom, simple moving average, and that adds our 200-day moving average. And like I said, we use this for key support and resistance whenever we're trading. The next thing that we'll add on to this is our Bollinger Bands. So you go to your volatility studies, because like I said, I use the Bollinger Band to tell me when the market's trading at an extreme up or an extreme down. It's a volatility study. And then you right click on there, boom, you open it right up. So now on here, I like to kind of make it all a little bit different. So if you look at this midline here, it's blue. I like to make this red, just so I can tell what it is and that it's really bold. Change it to 2. The bottom line, I'd like to change that to 2. The top line's not the same color. Just kind of make sure it's the same color. And I'm going through this rather fast, but so my top line, my bottom lines, and my Bollinger Bands are the same color, and I have it at 2. My midline is red, and I have it at 2. So if you need to stop and kind of go back and see how I did everything, it's always okay to do that as well too. And so now we have the Bollinger Bands, which are in purple, the 20-period moving average, and the 200. The only thing we're missing now would be the 8-period moving average. So we'll come down to studies again, we'll go to add studies, and we'll go to moving averages. And under moving averages, you go to simple moving average again, bada bing, bada boom. And it comes out under my 200 for some reason, so now I have 2 of them under here. But if you just go in there and right click, edit, like I just did there, and then just change this down, right? So if you go and you change this down to an 8-period moving average, and then I like to make mine like a light blue so that's kind of easy to tell, and I keep it at 1 so that's really thin. And if you click apply, you'll see it show up on your charts, and then you're okay from there. So now I have my Bollinger Bands, which are my purple lines, my 8, which is my blue line, and my 20-period moving average, which is my red line. And the green line is a 200-day moving average. And like I said, the green line acts as a key line of support and resistance. As you can see, the market just kind of bumbled onto this a few times and really popped up and ran. And the only time the market pulled back was when it was outside of this top purple line, the Bollinger Band, the top purple line, and pulled back in because it was trading at an extreme. Came into the 8-period moving average, which is our first line of support, and then kind of went sideways. And then broke the 20-period moving average and then started somewhat of a small downtrend, exhausted itself, came back into the 200, and then went right back up again. And now it's trading into the top Bollinger Band, so we're coming back down into the moving average again. It's a catch and release. It just goes, one side throws it, the other side catches it. One side throws it, the other side catches it. So moving averages will really help you tell strength, weakness, pullbacks, how far can it pull back, when will the pullback be over. Just a lot of things about your trading that you probably can see now, but the moving averages add the extra benefit of letting you know exactly where it could possibly pull back to, and it'll be at or near that area, right? So you don't want to bet too much on it that it's outside the Bollinger Band and has to pull back, because it still does another 3 or 4 bars outside of it, but it lets you know that it's trading at a market extreme, and at some point it could begin to pull back. So this is just a really quick video on how do you set up your moving averages. Like I said, you right click onto your chart, you come down to studies, you add your study. The very first one, your moving average, is your simple moving average for the 200. You go down to studies again, you add study, and then you go to volatility studies, and then in volatility studies, you'll add the Bollinger Bands. Very simple, very quick. But these are the moving averages that I use on my charts. I use the 8, the 20, Bollinger Bands, and the 200 SMA. Very quick video. So I hope that this wasn't too fast for you. And if you just downloaded your charts, be prepared to use these moving averages because they're going to save your life and make everything a whole lot easier while you're trading.